Welcome back, YouTube. This is Dennis Panuta for tutorials.eu. In this video, we are going to cover numbers and numbers in Python in particular, and it's going to be very important to you understand the basic concepts because we're going to use them quite a lot throughout the next few videos and in general throughout the whole course actually. So let's dive right into it. All right, so one thing that I wanted to show you before we go to numbers is that you can change the name of your file by clicking on the title here, and currently it's called Untitled. So this file that I have here is auto-saved and it has a title which is Untitled, and you can rename that notebook anytime by just pressing on it. Just click on it and then you can rename it, and I'm gonna rename that to Hello World because that was the Hello World example. Super simple, just stating out print Hello World. And if you want to create a new file, you can go to File, New Notebook, and then select Python 3, and that will open up a new tab. And that's what we're gonna do now. So now we're gonna work with numbers, and I'm gonna call this notebook numbers straight away. So now in my files, it will be available as numbers, and you can simply select the file numbers from the materials, from the course materials, if you want to compare the code with your code. All right, so let's go ahead and print our first number onto the screen. And as you have seen with Hello World, you can also just print numbers onto the screen. For example, we can go ahead and print 5. Now, in order to execute the code, we can either press run here, or we can press Shift Enter. And with Shift Enter, you have to hold Shift while pressing Enter. It will display the 5 onto our console. So that's a very simple example. We can also print multiple lines or use multiple lines within one cell. So I can say print 5 and print 6. So please print those two numbers. And again, Shift Enter in order to execute the code. And as you can see here, we are in line 1 here. And this is our second line where it starts. But then the next time I'm entering something here, it's gonna go to the next line again. So if I print, for example, 5 plus 4, that will print the result of 5 plus 4. So that will give me the result of the summation. Then you can also use print 5 minus 4. That will give me the result of the subtraction. So that will be 1. As you can see, 5 minus 4 is 1. Then the multiplication, print 5 multiplied, and in order to multiply you use the star. So 5 multiplied with 4 will be 20, and then print 5 slash 4 is going to be the division. So 5 divided by 4, and that will be 1.25. So in order to execute that, Shift Enter. As you can see, now we have this result. Now you can go ahead and use things like this. So you can use more complex calculations here. So let's say I want to,
hey, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
Calculate 5 plus 4 multiplied with 3. And if we do that, we get 9 multiplied with 3, which is going to be 27. And there we are, the result is 27. You cannot only use whole numbers, you can of course also use decimal numbers. So let's say I want to use, or want to print 1.25 plus 2. That will give me 3.25. And now there's something to consider, which is important if you have programmed with other programming languages. There's one thing that distinguishes Python from other programming languages. So in other programming languages, you have to be super careful whether you use a decimal number or a whole number. And in Python, that's not very important. So the Python handles it either way. So it doesn't care whether it's a decimal number or a whole number, and you can use them as you like. And of course, on a hardware level or on a processing level, it will use it accordingly. So it will store a decimal number in a different way than it will store a whole number. For example, 1.25 will be stored in a different way than the 2 will be stored. But for us on a programming level, it doesn't really matter. So we can use them as we like, and you will see multiple examples of that. So that's quite different to, for example, Java or C# or other programming languages. All right, so that was a little starting point into numbers. In the next video, we're going to look into variables. So see you there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like. And if you have any questions or suggestions, then leave a comment. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, if you really love the content and you would like to have more of it or pretty much all of it, then of course, check out the link in the description to my whole course. See you in the next video.
Fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.